Bro, if she was OD, if she OD'd, then that means he was supplying her with drugs. Oh, this is looking nasty. Absolutely nasty. Because if he was supplying her with drugs, not only is he a groomer, not only is he a P3DO. No!
Just remember what happens on Earth stays on Earth.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy OTOTV here, and today we are checking out a video about the David situation. David might be spotted on CCTV. This is a video by Domikowski. I think I said that correctly. So yeah, let's check out and see what's going on with this David situation. All right, let's check this out.
David may have been buying fake IDs for Celeste,
What?
and the homeowner of the Beverly Hills mansion David was living in confirmed there was in fact CCTV placed all around. So hopefully they should capture whoever murdered Celeste.
It's fucking
we should be
sicko.
getting a breakthrough soon. So let's get into it. So what I think is the most interesting news story that broke was about Celeste potentially having fake IDs, and he was buying them for her. So here this article posted exclusive information
nigga's
by
sick.
TMZ. Cops eye runaway past troubled home life. So as we know, she ran away multiple times. Her teacher stated in that clip that the police already got her from David's home once already, but then
What?
she just ran away again and went back to him. Our sources say homicide.
So he groomed her. That's crazy. This nigga is sick. He's super sick. He was texting her, come on, you just go ahead and just leave home. Nasty ass nigga, you need to be. And then thrown under the jail. You don't even get a proper
Detectives believe there's lots of evidence Celeste comes from a troubled home and that may have triggered her desire to run away. Now
What?
here's where it gets interesting. Our sources say the way Celeste was able to navigate on her own was by having multiple fake IDs in an attempt to present much older than she was. Now look, fake IDs are not cheap, and as
Not
we
at
know,
all.
Celeste came from a troubled home, meaning she probably didn't have a lot of money, she wasn't getting any pocket money. And these fake IDs, I'm not sure how much they are in the US, but I'm presuming like $100 minimum, maybe a couple hundred. Let's say like $100. And she's not getting that money on her own, she can't work, she's like 13, 12, she was 14 like in 2025, but I doubt she was working. Now, you know who has a lot of money, and we have proof was sending her money? David.
What the fuck? How many racks can I have? Angel face. Give me 10 bands right now. He sent her 9,000. That ain't 10 bands. I'm gonna be honest with you. So you already frauding her out of money. You feel me? But he did that shit all willy-nilly. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to do that for my shorty, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta do your due diligence, you feel me? That's the type of time I'm trying to be on. But no, this nigga is sick though, because this is for a child. You gotta remember that this is a fucking child. Ignore that, because that's not what I meant to do, okay? Listen, I ain't use that soundboard in a second. But that's a fucking child though. This nigga is sick.
Literally have iMessage text that show Celeste asking for 10 racks and David sent her 9,000. So potentially David was buying these fake IDs for her, or she used the money that David gave her to buy the fake IDs. And I'm not sure why she would need them. I'm presuming to get into clubs and stuff like that, potentially with David. If she wanted to get to certain events with David, she needed an ID.
That bowl is fucking atrocious. Did you see that? He didn't have no veggies in that shit. Look how atrocious this bowl is, bro. This is nasty as shit. No veggies whatsoever. He just meat, rice, and sour cream. You know, he boo-booing this shit after this. Nasty ass nigga. See, we had signs. This is a sign right here. This atrocious ass fucking bowl right here.
Events with David, she needed an ID. And here we actually have some very cool footage. It's of all the unmarked police cars at David's mansion. And if we skim through, oh, I think this is the area that Tesla was discovered. Oh yeah, and this is David's house. Look, they're checking the garage. And there's a bunch of unmarked police cars, police officers, detectives, investigators. They're doing some swabs, it seems like.
Damn, they was sweeping his shit.
I'm presuming this was...
See, this is why you're not supposed to be doing stupid shit. You feel me? Now you got your whole crib on the internet. SWAT going in and out looking through your shit. Could have had all the bad bitches in the world. You decided a fucking 13-year-old was gonna be the one that you decided to fall in love with. Nigga act like he Jacob from Twilight. Yes, I'm on your ass, Stephanie Myers. Bitch, why are you making rom-coms for teenagers and making them sexy? What the fuck is wrong with you? You need to be put under the jail too, freaky ass. I don't give a fuck how popular Twilight is and shit. It's gross. You was making teenagers horny. That shit's weird.
Like a couple of days ago when the home was raided, seems like there's another vehicle inside. Maybe that was the manager's car. But yeah, we don't really see what's going on. Like, we know they're testing for blood, for DNA, any potential evidence that could show us what happened to Celeste. That's another test they're doing. They're shaking it. I don't know. I remember in science class you have to shake stuff and then it would show the results. And they're wearing like blue.
What kind of
gloves, so
science
these guys
class
are
he
like
in?
the I don't know, the detective DNA people. Or doing all science, fancy science stuff. So this is actually another good point. It's apparent police think Celeste might have been killed inside the home David was staying at
What?
because they obtained a search warrant allowing them to search for blood evidence inside the residence.
Interesting.
We do not know what, if anything, police discovered. And the police, of course, have not revealed if they have a suspect.
Of course they haven't. They're not gonna reveal anything until they actually have like concrete evidence and shit. Y'all be watching CSI Miami. I'll be tapped in a little bit, you feel me?
However, obviously, that's not really good news. You know, we haven't got any good news regarding, like, have they found anything? Is David a suspect? Because right now, it looks like he might get away with it because they don't have a cause of death. There's no good evidence. However, the homeowner said, house has external cameras, security cameras, can't enter, exit undetected. So Malden Trifunovic was the guy that owned the home that David's manager was renting. And look, these are the CCTV cameras, so this is like the front door, and then these are the ones in front of the garage. The homeowner says the cameras are positioned at entry points in the backyard and on the street, and he believes people cannot go in or out of the house without being recorded. So let's say Celeste was killed inside the house, and presuming David would get her through the garage, and then the test will be parked inside the garage or at the front. So it'll be shown on this CCTV camera or this CCTV camera of him leaving the house and driving Celeste down the street, if he did it. Now the homeowner says he doesn't have access to the security footage. He doesn't want his tenants to think he's spying on them, and when tenants move in, he gives them the info for the security company and they create their own account to access the cameras.
Ah, damn. So he could easily just erase all the evidence if he wanted to. That's crazy. It's not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good. Wow. If he gets away with this, I'm gonna be amazed. I'm gonna be absolutely fucking amazed.
The landlord says LAPD has not told him anything about the investigation or if cops obtain security footage, but he doesn't see why police wouldn't get their hands on the video. Yet the police have definitely already got that video. They've already subpoenaed the security company 110%. There's no way they're not. Now I feel like this would give us a breakthrough. You know, if David's leaving his house randomly at 4 AM, dragging a black bag with him, or I don't know, even just leaving the house at 4 AM, and then they track him using the neighbor's cameras or like ring doorbells to see him driving down the road and dumping the car and presumably walking back. Now look, a lot of people have been concerned about that there's no cause of death and that this may help David get away. However, there's actually still a possibility that he may get charged and arrested if they don't find a cause of death, and this smart guy here is going to.
How does that help? Yeah.
Somebody was murdered and it turned out later it was an OD. We had one once where the person committed suicide, it turned out. So we don't know yet. Now she was dismembered.
Now that's a good theory. What if Celeste ended her own?
Bro, if she was OD'd, then that means he was supplying her with drugs. Oh, this is looking nasty. Absolutely fucking nasty. Because if he was supplying her with drugs, not only is he a groomer, not only is he a P3DO. No, not that. I need to move those two from next to each other. That's crazy. Oh my God. But this nigga is a drug addict as well. That's crazy.
Own life, or she OD'd by accident, and well, David didn't want a dead child inside his house, so he put her in his trunk and hid her body. Now this guy said she was dismembered. Apparently that's not actually true. And apparently the only reason they said it was dismembered is because the body fell apart due to it being decomposed so badly.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Oh my gosh. She was probably in there for a long ass time then. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is disgusting.
Certainly didn't do that to herself, but we don't know from the coroner's office yet exactly if they have a cause of death, what it was. We don't know. And I'm going to suspect a dismembered, heavily decomposed body like that, it's going to be tough to tell.
Oh, fuck.
There are certain telltale signs depending on what was in there, what they actually recovered. But at this point, we don't know. But I think in this one, given the high profile nature, they're devoting the resources and they're doing it right. And the detectives, I've worked with this unit before, and these are hard-hitting, no-nonsense women and men at the LAPD who know what they're doing. So they're doing all of that stuff. They're going through the computers. They have forensically worked up that house, probably top to bottom. They're looking for her DNA. They're looking on any instruments that may have been used to dismember her. I've already seen some of the conspiracy theories come out, and one of the questions I saw is, who would be stupid enough to put the dead body in the trunk of their own car? And the answer to that is
a lot of people.
Murderers. Most people, especially when they kill for the first time, make a million mistakes. And this.
Wow, that's actually kind of crazy, because people are saying like there's no way it's David, or why would he put the body in his own trunk? Well, as this guy says, who is clearly in that field, he knows what he's talking about. Apparently the majority of first-time murderers make a lot of mistakes. They probably did it without thinking, and now the only place they can put it is their trunk. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you watched You, which is on Netflix and shit, if you, like, you know, follow the whole story, Joe wasn't a good serial killer when he first got his first kill. Okay, technically his, like, second kill. Okay, technically, like, his third kill, if you haven't watched the show. Kind of confused you a little bit. But yeah, like, Joe wasn't, like, the best at, like, hiding bodies until he, like, actually got more accustomed to it and shit, because just like anything, it takes practice, you feel me? I know it's kind of morbid to say that about this situation, but it's the truth. Yeah, it's so he's not going to be able to know what to do during his first body and shit. Now, I have seen like some conspiracy saying that there's two bodies, but I don't know anything more about that. I haven't looked more into it. I've been busy. But yeah, just the fact that he had her in there for so long, or like dead for so long, and she just fell apart, is disgusting. No, absolutely fucking disgusting. 1 second though, y'all. 1 second.
Apparently this is quite common, and even though David is a celebrity, at the end of the day he's still a normal human who makes human mistakes. And one of these were putting the dead girl he possibly killed, allegedly killed, in his trunk, just like all the other first-time murderers.
I think that what's happening in addition to the forensic stuff right now is they are doing gumshoe police work, and they are interviewing every single person they can find that was in his orbit, that knew about their relationship, what the circumstances were, if any. And it certainly sounds, I mean, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence right now indicating that there had been some sort of close relationship between them.
I have 20 seconds, but I've got to get you on the record here. If they can't come up with a cause of death, is that brutal for this case?
No, you can still prosecute. If you can certainly prosecute. I mean, I did 5 no body.
He said, "Yeah, we can still get this nigga out of here." What's up, R2K? They was like, we gonna make sure we get him out of here, put him in a slammer, and get some money out of him, because he's still a fucking sick little bitch. So we got you, David. We got you.
Cases where we had no exact cause of death either, so you can certainly do it, but it does throw a wrinkle in there if you've just got a decomposed, torso, or depending on what's available. What I would be asking if I was them is the hyoid bone, that's a bone in the neck that's consistent with strangulation. That's something that doesn't go away with decomposition. I'm sure they're looking at that. If it's true that her head was recovered, they can find what's called petechial hemorrhaging in her eyes, indicating strangulation. Bones will leave marks concerning stabbing. So the forensic pathology here is going to be very interesting. And again, the coroners in LA County are the real deal. They know what they're doing. So we'll have to see.
And let's hope.
I wonder how good like the investigative team is in California, though. You know what I'm saying? Because like they probably have like millions of murders and shit that they got to look into. Because California is a wild place, man. It always has like some weird energy whenever I go out there and shit, and it's expensive as fuck. Like they gonna siphon some money, so you can't go out there and be broke and shit. You feel me? But it's like I just wonder how good their investigative system is out there compared to like here in KC and shit, because here our homicide rate is fucking high as shit, and niggas ain't finding nothing, bro. They not doing shit. Niggas not going to jail for nothing out here. You feel me? So it's like, I just wonder
that they do all.
Okay, so I was actually saying like if you strangled her, then you know that
David?
might not be visible on the skin. But it seems like yes, you can actually see it from the.
This nigga look like he look like Erykah Badu right here. What the fuck? This is extra zesty. What the hell?
Bone in her neck or something along those lines. And this guy said apparently the LA coroners are the real deal. You know, it's a major city. They're probably very well paid and the best of the best people. So I don't see how they could mess this up. You know, maybe they will. But I just don't understand how they could not find the cause of death. I mean, as this guy said, yeah, 5 cases before where there was no cause of death. However, they still went forward with them. So even though they don't find a cause of death for Celeste, I think they're still going to go ahead with it simply because of so much social media evidence. They're probably going to interview a lot of people around him, and also she was found in his car, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, they also switched
this nigga transforming more than Perfect Cell. What the fuck? We had like 3-4 different versions of David in like less than 60 seconds. This nigga is weird, bro.
Place. They're going to find something.
Again, it happened again. What is going on?
Or something along those lines. There, some type of blood.
Oh, they got matching glasses. That's so weird.
From that, Celeste's body has finally been released to her family. It seems like they finished doing the investigation with her body.
Damn.
They've probably done all that they can. They probably sent off the liquids and all the other testing kind of stuff. They've sent that off. It's going to take like a month or 2 for that to come back, but the body's finally been released to her family, and Celeste's family can now claim her remains. Now in other news, he actually made his Fortnite profile private, which means you can't see him like if he's playing anymore, which we actually could see.
Oh my god.
So it seems like he's scouring Reddit and Twitter, and he saw that people are checking his Fortnite profile. Now this is actually quite weird. So some closer shots of Celeste at the concert on the 25th of August at Silver Springs. So David did in fact have a concert.
That's probably not even her. These niggas do not know if that is her or not, bro. How are you going to identify this girl who was found dead in somebody's fucking car from an iPhone video from this far away? How? What are these niggas talking about, bro? Everybody trying to get some clicks and shit, and it's like, bro, this is not the time. Y'all niggas is crazy, bro, but that's the internet, I guess.
At this date, and some people think this is Celeste on the balcony next to his brother. Here she is again. Now she's actually wearing a black tube top, and you know what Celeste was wearing when her body was discovered, a black tube top. And it makes sense, she's backstage with her brother. Here's like an AI enhanced picture, and it kind of looks like her.
Here's an AI enhanced picture, and it kind of looks like her. Of course it does. You prompted to zoom in and look at her face to see if that's Celeste. Bro, we should have way more education in AI before we decided to integrate this into society, because there's no way you niggas is out here doing this shit, bro. There's no way. Like, seriously, bro. What is going on with y'all? What is going on? It don't make no sense, bro. You're asking AI to enhance a photo to find Celeste. They're going to enter a prompt to even if I try to break it down, somebody not even gonna understand. I mean, what's the problem with that? So I'm not even gonna waste my breath on it no more. But if you know, you know, because oh my god, man.
And another guy on Twitter actually showed that David was waving to her, and then even showed a like a love heart to her, as you can see here. See, he showed a little love heart. So it seems like that was her at this show on the 25th of August. Now, I'm not sure, you know, this is not 100%. And we've seen her backstage at concerts before with her brother. So does that mean she was killed late August, start of December? It's so confusing. Like, I genuinely have no idea what happened. I have no idea how the
Of course we don't know what happened. We're the public. We're not going to know what's 100% happened until everything comes out. This is a conspiracy video. Oh my god.
Solve this. Here's another picture comparing them to. It's very low quality, and YouTube is probably going to compress the
Bro, do you know how many light-skinned women look like this? You know how many girls with curly hair look like this? There's a large population of women that look like this. My girlfriend will pretty much look like this. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing here, y'all? Come on now.
Look even worse, but it does kind of look like her. Same curly hair, wearing a black tube top, which is what she was wearing when she was discovered. Similar facial features, you get the point. Now, here's where it gets even weirder. At a concert he had on the 18th of September 2024, over a year ago, he had these AI images, and it looks like this is him and Celeste.
This is so weird.
They grew older together. Like, what? This is literally Celeste. She's got kind of that darker, kind of Hispanic skin, and the curly hair that she had. And then this is David, and they're kind of
Hispanic skin. Okay.
together sleeping, and they grew old together. Very weird considering she's 40.
This is fucking weird,
That is
though.
definitely her. This is sick as hell. I hope he gets what he deserved. Now, this gets really weird. In the December of 2024, this guy on TikTok would actually expose David of meeting
Appreciate them
with
likes.
kids
Appreciate
and
them
paying
likes.
them to stay hush about his relationship with a kid. I'll play you guys a clip.
Popular artist got caught giving thousands of dollars to kids. Now, why did he do this? To hide his little secret of him dating a minor. Yup. Who knows if he's still dating this minor, though. And people commenting, proof. Why the fuck else would he randomly go unnoticed, no one knows about this, to meet kids, bring them canes, give them thousands of dollars? Why else would he do that? Why else would any celebrity do that?
But how do we know that is a situation, though? You know what I'm saying? All we're seeing is a photo. Now, if this is like a full-on video and David's like, hey, I'm giving you guys money to keep, hush hush on me dating a 13-year-old, then yeah, I would say that that's 100% proof. But at this moment, this is all speculation. The internet doesn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
You know exactly why. And I'm not just guessing here.
This is Gen Z shit.
From someone who knew the girl, and they told me this story.
Yeah, wow. So of course, this was a year ago, before anyone knew about this, before her
It says 1 day ago on the thing. I need to see a source.
body was found, before anyone knew who she was. And this guy knew. He tried to post a video, but it seems like people doubted him. I can't get over how many people knew. I mean, this video was posted almost 9 months prior to her body being found, and 4 months prior to him playing at Coachella Just Wild. Yeah, it's crazy how many people actually
okay,
knew,
I see
yet
it.
no one really did anything about it, or maybe it was more so of the police ignoring it and that her family didn't care. Maybe her family even encouraged it, because as we spoke about in my last video, her family may have wanted her to be with him because he was rich, this rich superstar celebrity who could have taken a family out of poverty. Now here's some kind of...
That's crazy. That means the parents the parents did fail her for letting her like leave and shit like that and not really reporting and shit, but if they really just allowed this shit to happen, they're fucking terrible too. I'll be right back. Recording. I can't believe I stopped the recording. That's crazy.
to observe for parking citation on the 27th of August. NBCLA, the Leonard Files, posted their own investigation into the case and discovered interesting information about the Tesla. A city worker initially noticed and marks the car for a 72-hour observation on August 27th. That means Celeste could have absolutely been at the Maryland show August 24th, and it still fit the timeline. It was noted for the 72 hours expiring on the 3rd. And then finally impounded. There's waiting periods between citation and towing. So she may have actually been murdered very late August, after that Maryland show, which was on the balcony with her brother, with David's brother, and it kind of fits in as we got this parking ticket here, or citation. So the Maryland show was on the 24th, this citation was on the 27th. So let's say they went home after the Maryland show. He killed her around the 25th to 26th, 27th maybe, and the citation expired on the 3rd. So what, it got towed on the 3rd or the 4th, then it was at the impound on that day, let's say the 3rd or the 4th, and then it smelled badly, and then the body was discovered on the 8th. That means it decomposed for 10 days, which seems about right. In the LA heat, bodies decompose very fast. The heat speeds up the process. So this kind of fits in with the timeline.
I appreciate that.
Day 10, day 11, that body would have smelt very badly. Now, I want to read some of this SF Investigates post on Twitter because he actually has some very good information and has done a deep dive into this case. So this is one of his theories. One possibility to consider in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez is that there are no homicide charges. If Celeste suffered an overdose and they panicked and hid the body because it would expose David as a pedo, see what I did there, David? Then that would be abuse of corpse and concealment of an accidental death.
Did this nigga really just do that, bro? See what I did there? I'm disappointed in him for that shit. That was so corny, bro.
Homicide, because again, let's say she did overdose. Some people are questioning, like, well, why wouldn't he just call the paramedics or whatever? Well, because that would mean a dead child that he was dating was found in the mansion of a superstar, a celebrity, which would also probably destroy his career, as it would look very bad. While manner of death, natural homicide, accidental suicide undetermined, can be ruled at any time, the cause of death will not be determined until the toxicology results are back, which could take 60 to 100 days, assuming they were able to get a sample. A crime absolutely happened here. She didn't put herself in the Tesla, but it doesn't mean it's homicide automatically. And actually, another thing to say, it would also look terrible because it means he was giving drugs to a kid.
Yeah, which would be so fucking crazy. Like I said earlier, like, I mean, it would make sense though. Unfortunately, because that just makes, oh man, I mean, does it make everything worse? I don't know, but it's still not looking good for this nigga, to be honest, bro. It's still not looking good, cause like, you're giving drugs to a kid, bro. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, like, I smoked weed when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? I was puffing on that gas and shit young, but I wasn't doing nothing like no perks or shit and no fucking cocaine or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas is out here popping Mollies and Teslas and all this extra shit, bro. And it's like, giving that to a kid, you don't know what the fuck that shit gonna do. Cause I know when I was tweaking out on acid, I was like, yeah, bro, this is something different. I don't be doing that shit no more, but you know, it was some different shit. So, oh man, having her OD is gonna be fucking crazy.
Would probably lead to his career being tarnished even worse. If she didn't die at the hands of someone else and was placed there after the fact, then it's a different crime. See guys, this is concerning because as this guy said, it could take 60 to 100 days for the toxicology report. So it means we might not get another update for this case for another 100 days. Well, this guy said it's 60 to 120 days. And I actually researched why it takes so long. Well, it's simply because firstly there's like a big backlog and they just have a lot to get through. Pretty much every death that happens they have to do a test for, and also simply there's a lot of testing to do, and it's just crazy. That's why it takes so long. And that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. It seems like we've pretty much hit a wall with this case because we're not really getting much new information. Like, we're getting stuff that, oh, he's like playing Fortnite, oh, he moved house. Like, the only good thing is, or the only good news we've gotten is that his house was raided. I really don't see us getting another update for at least another month, because it's clear the LAPD are trying to keep everything on the low, not tell anything to the public, and the only information we're getting is like exclusive pieces from TMZ. So I don't see us getting anything until those doxology reports come back or the police finally make an arrest, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, that's the update, guys. I guess we're not getting like too much more information. We do know that she wasn't chopped up like a fucking piece of log and shit, which is amazing. So he's not like completely sick, but it's still not looking good for this nigga. It ain't looking good for him at all, bro. That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's the update on David. Let me know how you guys feel down below and all that good shit. But yeah, it's your boy Otis Oni, and I'm outie. Hit that like button, subscribe, do your due diligence, all that good shit. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.